What's up, what's up? My name is Christopher Jafta and you are watching Joburg Today.
Joburg is best known as the city of gold, but the gold is gone. The new gold is you, me, and everyone that calls the city home. We are the new gold, the human factor in the equation.
I'm fascinated by your perspective about the human factor when it comes to business. That's so unlike business because they're corporate entities. They've got a certificate at the office that registers these companies. And we forget sometimes that actually, businesses are made up of people. And I guess this is part of what was your discovery.
I've found over all these years, whether it's a technology business, obviously technology is embraced, it can make lives easier. But then I found that the difference in all of these companies, the ones that are successful, the ones that are consistent at what they do, the ones that have a fantastic reputation in the market, the ones that deliver good products, it was every single time the human factor, the humans in between those businesses that always made it work. Tesla, when they started automation, that's what they were going to do, just automate. The moment they brought humans back into the factory, the factory ran more effectively, more efficiently. And locally, we have exactly those examples. And I think that because we have compassion as humans, because we can see love, we have an emotional intelligence when it comes to logic and how we apply things, I think that factor can't be stated enough. And I think it's undervalued at the moment in South Africa and the world.
So how do we do it business to business, business to customer? How do we latch on to this human factor so that it spreads?
Well, I think we need to reinvest in ourselves, but we need to look at each other as humans, understand each other, and then say to us that if we have a common goal towards what we need to achieve, your life automatically becomes better, so it allows you to do more things in your own life to develop yourself. But the business also grows, which means we can grow the economic footprint. If we do that and we keep towards our product and we all understand that ultimately, regardless of our challenges and differences here we need to find commonality. And that humans do just so brilliantly. Look how we pull things together in the World Cup. It's the human factor. It's everything that we've ever done so successfully. It all came down to all of us getting some sort of hope in us. And then we just took on the world. And before you know it, we've done it brilliantly. Listen, I know life is not always easy. Some people wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and have to get into a taxi. Some people can just switch on their cars in the morning, put their favorite radio station on and listen to your beautiful voice and go towards work. So I think we need to have perspective that, not all of us arrive at work at the same way, in the same mental state. You might have been on 3 taxis that was causing 3 accidents. So you get at work and already the day has been full of action. And you just came from work, put your car on and drove quite silently towards the office. So I think we need to have perspective of one another. We need to look at each other. You can't always dive into personal things too much.
Do you think this philosophy would change this age-old battle between employer and employee, labor unions and companies? We know that once a year there's going to be strikes because of wages and working conditions, and you've got a CEO who has to answer to shareholders and this constant battle between these two. Is it the human factor that's missing?
Well, it's the human factor that's the cause. And normally we see it's one individual or a group of individuals that have a certain agenda. It also comes down to the management and the staff and what relationship they have. And the business, ultimately the principles, the guiding principles of the business. We just need to hold on to each other. And we need to do it in such a real way. And it starts in the morning with greeting each other. I see that all the time. When you drive out of your security guard, he looks after your car and you have that awkward, you don't have change or you don't have a 10. Turn down the window and say, thank you very much for looking after my car. Well, maybe next time I'll have a tip in my pocket. And I think that we just need to have that mutual respect. We're not always going to agree on everything. So we're not always going to have the same views on life. But there's some commonalities that if we hold on to that, I think South Africa and Africa has a footprint and a place to play in this world that I think we haven't even touched on.
Albert, look, I wish we could talk for much longer, and I hope that we can get to have a conversation again soon. Very profound insights, and yeah, let's hope that businesses and people generally understand how important the human factor is. Thanks so much indeed for sharing your time with us.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.